Guys, I gotta announce one thing before this video starts. It's Christmas today, and I would really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button for my Christmas gift. It would be nice. And that's about it, guys. I gotta say one thing too. This video was recorded a while back, and I'm kind of a lazy fucker towards this type of stuff, like posting videos, and yeah, I'm kind of lazy to this. I'm sorry for my monotone voice. I'm sick right now. I'm coughing my lungs out. I swear it's not the smoking. I swear it's not. Alright guys, enjoy the video, and bye. Hey guys, this is Alex. Probably one of my first videos I'm ever gonna make on this channel, and yeah, this is my first time and my first experience with weed. So this story time it's pretty raw. It took me like a week ago. So right before the day we smoked, um, we were supposed to go into a theater, and yeah, well, we were talking about it. We had like a game before. We didn't have a game. We were only watching our classmates play the game. I think it was hockey. It was not ice hockey. It was just hockey, and so we're in the last class. Everyone went home. It's after the game, but we still have the class on the last hour, unfortunately. And there's 5 people. My best friend, I'll call him Adam. And there's other 3 guys. We call this one Jack. The next one is Tobias, and the next one is Jason. Now, Jason, he's pretty crazy. I mean, I've never really gone into drugs, but this guy has like tried all the light core drugs. If I could call kratom a light core drug, or smoking a light core drug, whatever. And this guy said, "You know what, guys? Once we're gonna go to the theater, we're gonna do a gravity bong." I was like, "What the fuck is a gravity bong?" I've never heard of that. Like, I've heard joints and blunts and bongs, but I've never heard or anything new about a gravity bong. I think I've seen like photos of it, and yeah, well, I guess now I asked Tobias, "What the fuck is a gravity bong?" He says, "Well, it's a plastic bottle where you make the hole at the bottom of it when the bottle is full of water, and you put like weed on the top of the cap. You let it smoke up, and then you take a drag once you're at the bottom of it, so you have to like let it drain." Now, so we were talking about, it was like, yeah, fuck yeah, count me in. I want to get high for the first time. So we did. The next day we were going to the train station, and actually Jack did not come. He said he has a doctor's appointment at the dentist, and we were like, fuck, we're not gonna get high with him. Oh, that's so sad. Whatever. When we get to the train station, we were trying to catch a tram. There's like trams all around the city. Maybe people don't even know what that is. It's basically a bus that rides around the city in like poles, and it's connected to electricity. And there's like railways of it in the city. And so we were catching a tram, and kind of funny thing, no one paid for the ticket there. There's like ticket portals where you're supposed to put your bus card or a credit card there to pay for the ticket. Now, there's like 10 people of us from the whole group, from the whole class group, that did not pay for the ticket. And the ticket clerk comes and he says, "Guys, where are all the tickets?" And we were like, we don't know. We didn't know that we should pay for it because we're from a different city. We were going from the city to a different city, and there's not trams in our hometown, right? So he says like, "Guys, you have to buy a ticket, or else I might, charge you with a fucking give us like a ticket for blah blah blah, not having the ticket." And so we rather pay for the ticket, and there's like 10 minutes still left of the ride. Whatever. So we came to the spot, and we were talking to Jason and Tobias. We were the only ones that are gonna smoke. So we were talking like, when are we gonna do it, guys? When are we gonna do it? And there's like an e-cigarette shop, but I don't want to smoke anymore. Or vape. I vape, but not really anymore. I've decided not to vape. But I've heard that they sell snus there, and I'm kind of like a snus fiend. But so yeah. Also, the teacher said that they're gonna give us 40 minutes of time for free, like to do. So we said like, oh fuck, this is the perfect time to do it, right? So, and yeah, then we had the 40 minutes of time. So we went to the local shop to buy the bottles, and yeah, we did buy the bottles, and then we went to the e-cigarette shop. And I went with Tobias because he kind of knows it around. He's from the city, and he's like always going there. The guy sells, even though it's over 18. I'm just 15. I'm still a little legit. So we're going there, and Tobias says, just go there. He's gonna sell it to you if they're having any. So I asked, yo, do you sell snus? And he said, oh, well, yeah, but we don't have any on stock. And I was asking, oh, when are you gonna restock it? And he said, we're having plans, but not yet. But it's gonna probably come eventually. So we left the shop, and we're going behind the whole apartment buildings. It's like really tall apartment buildings, communist buildings. And so we put out the bongs, and we get to smoking. Well, first we have to get the setup right, which took us like 5 minutes to stack the weed into the glass, stack the weed into the cap, and make the hole in the bottles at the bottom. And they said, since it's your first time, you're taking the first drag. So I get to it. I take the first drag, and I'm kind of surprised. It doesn't taste like anything. And I was like saying, oh shit, this does not taste anything. And I also coughed. You also, every time, if you want to know if the weed is hitting you or you're doing it right, you have to cough. So I said, this is not doing anything. Let's do another one. So I said, okay, get another one. And so I did. It was a smaller drag. It was not half the bottle. I did like the first quarter of the bottle. No, not quarter, like a third of the bottle. Then I did another third of the bottle and said, this is still not doing anything. So I put it to my friend Tobias, and he's taking a drag, right? So he's going for it and says, shit, this is good. Now we're taking out the second bong, and we're doing it, right? And Tobias takes another drag. So he's had like 2 drags, maybe half the bottle, and yeah. So we did it, and then Jason comes on the scene and takes a drag, and he's like kind of a fiend. He smokes pretty often, as far as I could dedicate from all of this. And he takes a drag, he's going for it, and says, okay, this is enough. So he said, does anyone want this? I was like, shit, this is not hitting me in my head. I was like talking to myself, shit, this is not hitting me. Let's take another one, right? And this, before I knew it, was the biggest mistake I could have fucking done. So I take the last drag and said, shit, I feel pretty lightheaded. So we threw out the gravity bongs, the geebs, into the bin. And also there were people walking around us. They probably did not know what we're doing, but I could have guessed because it kind of smelled. After we threw out the bongs, we were going back to the meet up with our teachers and where we were supposed to go before the theater. And yeah, after a minute of cleaning up, I started insanely laughing. Like I was laughing as fuck. Oh shit, fuck, I'm high. So funny, right? And then it hit me. Life went to 5 FPS. My heartbeat goes fucking up. And my friend Adam's asking me, yo, you good? You good? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll manage this. And after like 2 minutes of walking, I'm collapsing. Like, I'm still walking. Like, we're chilling. And I hear Adam talking with Tobias and Jason saying, oh, fuck, he's high. He fucking had enough. And I was like, shit, I fucked up big time, dude. And especially with the teachers all around. Like, we were in school, basically. It does not matter if it was a field trip. We were still in school. Well, everything around me just stopped sounds. It did not emit any sounds. and I just heard my heartbeat and my fucking thoughts aroused everywhere. It was just insane. Nothing like I've ever experienced before. And so I'm going around chilling, trying to fucking figure it out. I was asking Adam, "Yo, are my eyes okay? Are my eyes bloodshot?" He says, "No, they're not. You're chilling. You don't look high, but you look very tired. Like your eyes are just closing so much." But then my friend Matthias comes. He's like a good friend of me. I've only known him from high school, so it's been like only 3 months since I've seen him for the first time. But we're chilling. He says, "Yo, you look really high. You look very tired." And thankfully, when I was like spinning around, life was crazy. Fucking 5 FPS. I probably was greening out at that time. The only thing that was missing was my stomach was not upset yet. I did not feel sick. I did not want to vomit. But we're gonna get to that. So the teacher does not notice me. There's like 60 of us. They were like taking care of everyone else besides me, thankfully. So they did not really know that I was high. Now the theater starts, or not starts. We're just taking the seats. I pull out fucking my phone and starts writing to Chat GPT. How do I stop being so high? And my friend said, "Dude, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to ask if I'm gonna be fine. Like, dude, I feel like I'm dying. This is crazy." He says, "Dude, you're just high as fuck." I was like, "Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay?" "Fuck, you're gonna be okay, dude. Stop fucking asking me if I'm gonna be okay." So I said, "Okay." Now the theater starts, and I'm about to fall asleep, and it says, "Dude, drink. It's gonna help you." And I was like, "Okay, sure. Can I have a drink?" I was like spinning around. Everything was hard for me to reach. It was just crazy, man. Now, I really don't remember anything from the theater, like from the play. I really don't remember anything. I hardly remember anything after the theater. When I woke up, my friend woke me up, Adam woke me up, and I felt really sick to my stomach. And he says, "Dude, you look already fine. Like, you don't." It was like 2 hours after we smoked, and I was like, "Dude, my stomach's upset, but I can hold it in. Like, it's not the worst thing. I can hold it in." So I did. But once we went out of the place, I walked into a mirror and looked at myself, and I'm not shitting you. I was pale as shit. I was insanely pale. I looked like a fucking vampire, and there were like people standing around the mirror too. I was the palest guy ever. Everyone was looking normal, besides me. And I was like still high. I was just like going through it. And also, Tobias said, "You're gonna be fine like 2 hours." This was 2 hours after we smoked. And I still kind of felt it when I went home. But that's not important. So Tobias and Jason go home. Well, I hung out with the friend group. We were going there with Damien and Adam. We're going on around the shopping mall. We ate. I was hungry as shit, bro. I had some KFC. It was great. And then I went home, and I was still feeling high. So I went to sleep, and after I was still sleeping, and after I woke up, I was still high. But my parents did not know anything, thankfully. They'd probably kill me if they knew. But yeah. So this is my first weed experience, and I was like still and talking about it with Tobias and Jason. It says, "Dude, this was the craziest thing ever." And they said, "Dude, you had way more for the first time than you should have fucking had." So I greened out for the first time when I smoked. And also the next day, I'm not shitting you, this guy Jason actually took the left weed to school, and I still could smell it off of him. I was like, "Dude, did you take the weed to school?" It was like, "Oh, may not forgotten it in the backpack." I was like, "Dude, if a teacher had stopped him, he'd be fucked." But that's besides the point. This is the end of the story time. It's my first story time. I'm sorry if I don't have really things on my mind. I really don't actually remember anything from my first high. I'm just trying to, remember everything. And also I was asking my friends around what actually really happened so I could talk about it, right? So this is my first story time. Moral of the story, if you want to get stoned, don't go overboard with it. And also, don't do gravity bongs or geebs for the first time. Just take a blunt or a joint. So much more pleasant. Trust me. Alright, so this is the end of the story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty long for my first time, but thank you all for listening, and bye.